Welcome back to News 3 Today. This year, Savannah's Greenbriar Children's Center is celebrating a big milestone. The nonprofit is commemorating 75 years of promoting the healthy development of children and strengthening families in our community. Gina Taylor is the agency's executive director. I heard her say yes when I said that you're celebrating 75 years. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us, Kim.
No problem. Listen, this is an organization that has been in our community for such a long time, and we've seen it evolve through the years. Let's talk about the history behind Greenbriar Children's Center.
Absolutely. Started out as an orphanage for African American children at the time because there was no place for them to go live. They actually had to go live on penal farms. And there was a local philanthropist in the community, Adeline Graham, who left some money in her will to establish an orphanage. At the same time, there was this new sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, Gamma Sigma Omega chapter, who was looking for a way that they could serve their community. So they found out about this money in the will and went after it. And one of the stipulations in that will was that the Black Protestant churches be involved in establishing and providing ongoing support to the organization. And so the AKAs met with the Reverend Ralph Mark Gilbert, who was the pastor of the First African Baptist Church at the time and a known community organizer. And he was able to bring 22 other churches together. They had their very first meeting January 1944 at First African Baptist Church.
Now let's talk about some of the programs that you now have, because it includes early childhood education, family preservation, support services, an emergency shelter.
Yes. Those services, of course, as you said earlier, Greenbriar emerged out of a community need. And Greenbriar continues to step up to the plate and address emerging community needs. So our emergency shelter serves children ages 11 through 18, and these are children who've been removed from their homes because of abuse, neglect, runaway, and homeless children. And then we have our family preservation and support services program that provides services to families in their homes, because our approach is a two-generation approach. We're not just focused on the child, but every person that has a touch with that child in that home, we try to provide services for the entire family. And we do that through all of our programs, even through our early childhood education and care programs. We operate 3 centers in the community: Wendy's Preschool, WWL Learning Center, and our newly opened, well, it's a year old now, Infant Center, and serving ages 6 weeks to 5 years old in those various centers. And we are proud to say that 2 of our centers is a quality 3 rated centers, and that's the highest rating that you can receive in the state of Georgia.
Congratulations.
So, thank you.
Now, in order to do all of that,
yes,
you need support from the community, and that's where this walk comes in. You call it the Walk of Faith.
Yes, walk of faith and a walk of community. As I said earlier, Greenbriar emerged out of community need, and it was the community that came together to bring Greenbriar about. It was Miss Adeline Graham, it was the Alpha Kappa Alpha, and then it was those 20 churches, and then Chatham County government, the city of Savannah. So it wasn't just one entity, it's always been a community organization. And so the walk on Saturday, July 13th will commemorate that. It will start at First African Baptist Church, because that's where the very first meeting was held. And then we'll walk down MLK, where a number of those churches, like Connors Temple, Tremont Temple, St. Philip's AME, as well as St. Matthew's Episcopal, all of those churches were involved in starting Greenbriar. And so we'll walk along that street, along MLK, and hopefully we'll have refreshments from those various sites. We look forward to stopping and having some fun with them. But it is a walk of community, and that's the focus of all of our activities for this celebration.
So we're running out of time, but people can still sign up right now.
Absolutely.
How do they do that?
They can do that by going to our website at www.greenbriarchildrencenter.org.
All right, or logging onto our website. We'll have the story there. And finally, really quick, a plug for another big fundraiser coming up, and that's your gala.
Our gala is scheduled for November 15th, and it will be held at the Hyatt Regency and begins at 6:30 p.m. It is called An Evening of Community.
All right, mark your calendars. Thank you, Gina, for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Stay with us. We'll be back with the final check of your forecast.